Forehead?
Mm-hmm. Because our frontalis muscle is so super thin, but it has all our little frown lines when we get mad or like, "Argh." This frontalis muscle does everything. But the skull is the thinnest right here, but when you get to the cheeks, it's meatier. When you get to the chin, it's meatier. Just bigger muscles, or meatier muscles, I should say. But the forehead bone or the frontal bone is super thin. That's why if you ever headbutt somebody, and in the movies it makes it look like it's nice and easy, you can just head, I'm like, if you really headbutt somebody, it hurts. It's not fun at all. And it's that frontalis bone being crushed almost. And so see, he's a good candidate for to go higher. So even though you know he can do a 0.25, let's go up to a 1. So there's a higher level than 0.25, which is 0.5. Well, we're gonna go straight to 1. I'm sorry, 0.75. So we're gonna go past that one and go right to the number 1. See how this little arrow is right on the 1? And so you do the same thing on the shoulder. This is how it's gonna feel. Is this okay?
Yeah.
You feel it more, don't you?
Yeah, that's okay though.
Because you can already start to see the pinpoint bleeding? Right, so for me, I never really go even past 1.5. I know it goes to 2 or 2.5, whatever it is. Just don't. You don't have to. But if it's somebody has ice pick acne on the side of your cheeks, like really holes in their face, you're gonna probably need to do it too. And that's when you do the numbing cream. Because even that, see? Right, so we're gonna turn it down a little bit. We don't want him looking. Because his forehead is nice and smooth anyway. This is for people who really have a problem, really traumatic skin. Like acne, ice pick acne, all that stuff. So I turned it down. I just wanted to show her the difference, like how it can really show the pinpoint bleeding really, really quickly. And so you can do circles if you want to. And it can be annoying. I move pretty fast. I've seen some people just go like this, real slow, but it's annoying. It's like, okay, can you move on? Jesus. And it's literally like you're tattooing somebody's face without the ink. And I love your pen, how silent it is. My pen is noisy. I'll show you if you want to. This is like a hummingbird. Like, not so bad on the cheeks.
No.
So see on the cheek area, we could probably go to it the number 1. Because the forehead, remember I was saying it's the thinnest, it's super thin. Yeah. So that's so 1. Yeah, so the 1, because it's a meatier section, and it might not show as quickly as pinpoint bleeding on the cheeks. How we doing?
Good.
All right. So with some estheticians, they get freaked out because they see this, and that's only one little spot, and just little small droplets of blood. When I wipe this with a sponge, you're like, it's not even there anymore. But people get so freaked out in certain classes that they're either walking out the class or leaving, and I'm like, no, don't. That's what's supposed to happen. Just on the forehead is super thin. And the pinpoint bleeding is gonna come. So see, this is the same level 1 that we did here, but you don't really. Right, so the cheek would probably go 1.5 to 2, and then you would see this. But for now, we're just gonna keep it normal. Jaw lines are a little sensitive because remember we have that trigeminal nerve that comes right at the side of the temple and it comes right in here. It's like when boxers, when you're fighting, when somebody says you have a glass chin, you just hit that nerve. The nerve is actually more exposed in that fighter than anybody else. So it's not that they're weak, it's a very sensitive area. Now upper lip area, super sensitive area, we're just gonna go kind of fast. And because he has hairs, little stubbles, you can go against him, but it feels a little weird. I normally do my little downward strokes. Or if you want to, if he doesn't mind, you can still do circles and really get in there. To see how red so lips are sensitive. Chin, he's definitely gonna feel in his chin. What's going on? Now, lip area, you can go over the lip area. It's just sometimes when people are trying to go out later on at night, or maybe they're about to do certain things with their husband or wives or girlfriend, whoever, yeah, it's going to be kind of tight later on. Because it's going to heal, it's going to feel a little hard or rough. If that's your new skin coming up from, you know, out from the old skin. So just make sure you only do a couple passes, because you don't want somebody later on at night still having pain in their mouth area if they're trying to do certain things later on at night. Or take a photo and it's going to be super red. But not him, he just turned a little red. That's all. So the neck area would be the next part that we would do. But looking over the face, I just want to hit the nose in a minute. This part right here, like I said, don't let it scare you. That's normal. Okay. Normally the whole face would be like that if you use the different levels, like the number 2. But see how you see the gel gathering up? Once it gets in the machine, you might need to use a different head, because sometimes it's going to run slow. It's going to be gargling. And once you hear gargling, just get a new pen, because it's too much solution stuck in there. That's why we only used a little bit, and a little bit it goes a long way. So even when you do sell this to somebody, or if you do, because people are going to ask, hey, can I buy this from you? Just sell them the smaller jar. Don't waste your money in the big jar. You only need a little bit. So the nose, I'm going to get that area right down. So for the nose, it's sensitive. I'm going to go right back down. So I find my little marker, the little black arrow. I'm going to go back down to about 0.5 should be good. Shouldn't be too crazy. So I'm going to try on the skin on the arm again. Not too bad. No. That nose is pretty sensitive. Oh yeah, it always is. There's no one immune to the nose. I've never seen somebody not flinch. Because remember, this thing is vibrating at such a... And the needles are hitting the nose at the same time. So it's like having a double earthquake. I hope we never ever experience something like that. I don't know how that will work, but... Not bad. And underneath the eyelids, be extremely careful. Because some people's eyelids get puffy or poofy, and the needles that hit in there, it may look like they have raccoon eyes or even worse. You just tell them that's normal, it's just the blood rushing up towards the face. So right, we'll do this eye real quick, and then we'll look at the other eye and you'll see what's going on. And that's a little irritating. That's when we have like the crow's feet, the Gucci bags right underneath their eyes. And that'll be gone. See, he's doing really, really well. Sometimes they're not going to be like this at all, so don't let him. He can take the pain. He's doing really, really great. But some clients are going to be like, not even allowing you to do your job, because it's like, wait a minute, come on, take deep breaths. It's going to be over soon. And that's why I do things pretty fast, because people get antsy. And so see on the corner and right here, right. So it's just certain areas you get pinpoint bleeding. That's all. And then you're gonna do the other side of the face, but I'm gonna do the last bleed in the neck, and then you're gonna practice on the other side. But see how powerful this pen can be? And when you do get that client like, oh my God, what happened? At least show them before pictures of other procedures so they don't freak out and like, no, this is, are you sure you want to sign up for this? That's why we have those waivers, so sign. Because people say they want these treatments, but as soon as you make a little smaller, yeah, no, that's just your blood, it's just from the needles. It's, a sponge. Correct. So see how they'll freak, right. So once you wipe the blood away, it goes away. But if you leave the blood there, it's like, oh my God, let me stop. But like, no, let's just clean it up. We'll wipe it away. It's fine. Yeah. So see, it looks bad. It's just, it's not. At all.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Also have to add in there.
Yeah. So you just wipe.